rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah, the blessings of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His mercy. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala unites us, connects us again after departing. This is a blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to keep the bonding, mutual love and muhabbah amongst each other. It is very great to be back with the community, with our brothers and sisters and families in this community. And it gives you the ability to appreciate what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. Allah has given many blessings in the life of every believer. And when a person, he goes through different scenarios in life, he actually understands the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has described the worldly life in one of his hadith in a very beautiful manner, and giving the resemblance and parable of a traveler. Mali walid dunya, that my example and parable to the world and my connectivity to this world is like a person who is traveling. It's like a man who's traveling. And when he travels, he goes through different phases, different areas, meets with different people. Now, all of those achievements or all of those connectivities that he receives, they are all temporary. He goes from one destination to another destination. He meets people while he's moving, and then he separates. The guy who you sit next to in the plane, I don't think you'll be able to see him again next time in your life, unless if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala plans. This is not that the people that you travel with, the people you're around with, the people that you meet, they're all strangers, and you meet them for a very short time. Sometimes you're able to relate with them, and sometimes you're not able to. Sometimes you're able to connect with them, and sometimes you're not able to. So the Prophet ﷺ has given us an example by saying that my example in connection to this world, it's like a person who's traveling. استظل تحت شجرة. He takes a little rest under a tree. He takes a little shade under a tree. ثم راح فتركها. Then he leaves that tree and then he moves on. He doesn't take all of these things with him while he's traveling. So this parable, this example is like a person living in this world. When we live in this world, we connect with people, we build relationship, we build love with things that we have around us. And the separation of that starts to give us fear. And due to that fear, a person does not want to leave the things that he has. The Prophet ﷺ is telling us that no, look into the life of a traveler. A traveler does not take any of the belongings that he has with him while he's traveling, any of the comforts that he has with him at that point, but then he leaves it and he moves on. Every human being, he is traveling from the time he has arrived into this world until he departs. And he goes through different phases of life. If we connect ourselves and we have a bonding through our heart to the world, then everything in this world is going to disturb us, is going to make us sad. And if a person doesn't connect his heart to this world, he uses it like a person who's traveling uses things that are around him. And then he leaves and moves on. Then this person, his departure from this world becomes easy for him. Right? This is why Abu Darda radiallahu anhu, one of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, was having this discussion with his spouse, Darda. And Darda requested her husband that, why don't you start earning more than what you earn so we can have more things of this world like others do. So Abu Darda radiallahu anhu says that between me and my destination, where I want to go, there are so many great hurdles. And I want to travel light. You know, when a person has multiple stops, stop here, change another flight, stop here, change another flight from here, take the train. So he's got so many stations to go through. One of the things that if I carry 5 bags with me, that's going to be another hassle. So I want to travel light. I want to travel light, less luggage, less hassle. So Abu Darda radiyallahu anhu tells his wife that the journey from here to meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's a very difficult journey. And I don't want to be worried about my luggages. I want to travel light. So that's why I have light provision of this world. So that I can be very light when I'm traveling and get to my destination. So that is the concept. This is why Imam al-Shafi'i rahimahullah says, سافر تجد عبدا عمن تفارقه وانصب فإن لذيذ العيش في النصب. That travel, because travel will make you achieve things that you're not able to achieve when you're stationed. And put yourself in struggle, because the beauty of life and the true taste of life is achieved when you're able to discover new things and you are able to go over new challenges in your life. So this is a beauty that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us. We can relate in many different ways. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the understanding, and we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those that when we depart from this world, Allah is pleased with us. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta